We got another episode here of the Go Home Show Season 2 finale.
No, that's next episode.
Oh, that's not... Oh, we jumped a little too early?
No, that's 2 episodes from now.
2 episodes from now, people. Where we at?
The mid-season.
The mid-season finale?
The mid-season
What
finale.
are we doing, short episode seasons, like the UK? Like,
I don't fucking know, to be honest.
we just came back with season 2.
We gotta,
like we talked about, we got season 3 is going to be
we
like
got to keep it fresh.
when the war is going to start.
We're going Lucha Underground style.
Okay.
Lucha.
Minus the lifetime contracts that no one apparently seems to get out of.
Yeah, I forgot about those.
Very
Those
few-
were some big shit.
Got them in a 360 deal.
Nah, that wasn't even like some 720.
Everybody
deals.
was like, yo, lifetime, no problem. They're like, yeah, but just let you know, you can't do any live TV.
Like, even if we're not even on air,
No, that
still locked in.
that legit that fucked up with Ricochet.
Oh, because he had to wait to the season.
Yeah, when he was doing his whole Prince Puma character, he couldn't show up anywhere.
Anywhere.
He couldn't do anything with New Japan.
Them deals was getting extreme over there.
Yeah, but they stopped that. Joey Ryan he apparently was on some lifetime shit, and God willingly, he got out.
Freedom.
The dick is free.
The dick is free.
The dick is free.
Free
Hey, yo.
dick.
Hey, yo.
But
You're
no,
like,
what's
ooh,
up, guys?
daddy,
How
how you doing?
We haven't been in a while. Last week we was gonna record, but we all were chilling.
Yo, shit came up. We want to go support our boy Sean Lee, throwing his little art gallery out in the Long Island City.
Shout out to him. It was a good turnout.
Yeah,
Very good turnout. I was at a barbecue, and then we all somehow was out. And it was like,
we just said fuck it. We're just gonna stay in Astoria.
It was a nice day.
yeah. So we sorry about that, guys. But we back.
It's summer.
Me and Chris had the rolls, flowing.
The rose day.
We were like, no. Put that bottle back. Give us the rolls.
Just give us the cup.
The rosé.
Yeah, this gig isn't paying that much yet. But here's a literally to our sponsors, truly.
The unofficial
Officials.
sponsors.
Before we get fucking sued, that's why we can't have any more music.
Yeah, Bishop sent the lawyers.
Yeah, that is a true story, guys. So I just want to put that out there. Apparently, it just got around, and shit got a little hasty. They was just like, just take it off.
Bishop was like, hell no. But no,
Hail
guys,
to the no.
we haven't been back in a while. But last time we checked, it was Extreme Rules. We had a preview and everything. But we'll have like a quick rundown. I thought the show was pretty good from a WWE standpoint. Extreme Rules actually like kind of lived up to his name a little bit, so I appreciated that. All the matches was really good. The results, it was nothing too crazy or damning, so overall good show by WWE.
Yeah, it was a good show. Especially the ending of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Brock is back. Beast Flow.
Brock is back.
Cash in on the Brock party.
How y'all felt about that?
I liked it though. I liked it too because Paul Heyman, he was adamant about it all night, and it wasn't like a cock tease, and then it came through at the end. Especially because he's been saying it all night, and then we kind of like forgot about it when they were celebrating, and you know, the Brock little riff.
For me, it was perfect. Loved it. It was quite fantastic. Great cash in.
Could we say Brock has possibly the top 5 biggest moments this fall?
Money in the Bank and cash in?
Yeah. Not the biggest top 2, but in the top 5.
Brock Lesnar getting Money in the Bank, that was definitely a swerve because I didn't see that shit coming.
Yeah.
Nobody really saw that shit coming. Even the wrestlers that was in the ring didn't see that shit coming.
There'll be something.
I mean, as much as people complain about Brock, he's brought a lot of excitement with those 2 swerves.
And it was something fresh. I know the Money in the Bank is supposed to be for like the guy that's trying to break through like the glass ceiling, but it was cool seeing Brock Lesnar grabbing it to like get his shot back, like giving his character.
All the marks are going off. They're like, oh, we're getting Brock again. He's going to win the Universal Championship. I'm going to go on Twitter and rant, and then I don't give a shit. That's exactly what was going to happen.
Brock is like that villain in the TV show that you hate. He's good. You love to hate him. Like, if he was gone, it just wouldn't be as suspenseful. Everybody was getting too comfortable at the Mania.
It was.
But if I may, interject, I honestly thought that they were going to end up just trolling everyone. I thought I was going to get trolled
At Extreme Rules? Or?
at Extreme Rules just because I was like, oh, okay, so Brock's coming out. He's cashing in. Great. Now, this was a twist that I was waiting that could have possibly happened. I felt like somehow Brock cashes in, Becky comes in, gives him the low blow.
Helps a man.
WWE is like, we're gonna make Brock strong, and it's just like, no, Becky's gonna come in and we're gonna fucking throw you into more Becky and Seth shit right in your fucking face.
That would have been a cool
jizz.
I actually never thought about that. Like, if during like the match, she would have game and like low blow Brock.
That
would have been like a good like.
It would have.
Never thought about that.
But I'm kind of glad that they've kind of just like backed away from that a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
Because that shit was getting too much, and I am really not big on like babyface stuff at all. He has his moments, but it's just like, dude, like you're just, I don't know. It's like
that could have been a time to turn both of them heel. Actually,
I mean,
like the shit you just said.
You could have. I think you could have. I think that would have actually worked out pretty good.
I guess we could all agree like his Intercontinental run was better than the WWE Champion run when he was babyface last year.
Yeah,
when he went
because he was white hot.
Yeah.
People actually like to see him.
It was useless for me, to be quite honest.
And then once he came in, with the whole Becky thing, that just overshadowed everything.
Because people just hate like them saying, you said it before, with the whole girlfriend. That's the man's man.
All I gotta say is, for me, Seth Rollins being Intercontinental Champion was the equivalent of Finn Balor having the title.
Who?
Finn Balor. Like, legit, that's how irrelevant that entire run was. And it's sad, and it sucked. I think the only bright side to it was his feud with Elias, which I actually did like. Mm-hmm. Which, to be honest, he's kind of really been, I guess, fade to black, I guess, in some ways.
Who, Elias?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually kind of taken a little seat back. I guess, like, there hasn't been nothing new with the gimmick in a while, just for, like...
And I'm always big, actually. I've always been big on him, even through his days in NXT when he actually had a full name.
Sam.
The Drifter. He had a moniker on top of that, if anyone remembers. He had a moniker, The Drifter.
Oh, yeah. Because he was drifting when he first started.
That's all it was.
Yeah, we'll see. I think probably like one...
They kind of got away from that.
Yeah, of course. You go up to the main roster, shit changes. Mm-hmm. You lose your last name, and you only... Which, to be honest, I was okay with.
Yeah, I kind of like Elias.
I like Elias. But I actually did like the moniker of The Drifter. I was like, oh, look, here's The Drifter.
Maybe that'll come back. Maybe Paul, wherever he ends up later on, somebody teases that back in or whatever the case is.
Yeah, he could be like, yo, I lost my way. I got to go back to being a drifter.
Yeah. Somehow he gets very sappy.
Yeah, he's been too Shane McMahon in it lately.
Go like through like a music
depression. It would be actually a really good, interesting pair if he was to pair up with Daniel Bryan somehow.
The new DB?
Yeah. I would kind of like to see that a little bit.
To join Rowan as like a
join Rowan, man. You kind of he has like that old Northwest vibe, very grungy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be playing my sad Emu songs on my guitar.
Like in their little hippie locker room. Like,
yes.
Like Elias, play that one again. Save the planet, like some shit like that.
Yeah. I was actually pretty disappointed they didn't come out with those eco-friendly tag team titles.
Yeah, me too.
Because we all knew, as much as everybody was like, hey, Kofi won the title. What did he do with that title that the new Daniel Bryan came up with? He threw in the trash. You know what that means? You know what that means? Kofi don't recycle at all.
You hate to see it.
And you know what they say, if you're not part of the solution, you're the problem.
Yes.
So, Kofi, you need to check your shelf.
Speaking of problems,
what's up?
Royal Reunion.
Oh, Lord.
Lord Jesus.
That's a big problem.
Jesus, take the wheel on that one.
Woo.
That was
horrendous. That was legit Raw 25 Part 2.
I was about to say the same thing. We've seen that already.
Honestly, like, this was possibly even better, if that's even a thing. But if you really look at the entire scope of that show, it was the same fucking format.
Same format.
We know what it was.
You know exactly what it was. It was the same stale material. Number one.
How to use the legends.
It's the same shit. They don't really do anything. And then, as sad as it's for me to say, they made even more of a mockery of the 24/7 title.
Really?
Yeah. They literally. How many times did it fucking change hands?
Oh, yeah. You know what? It was kind of. I think that was a little homage to what was like WrestleMania 17, 18. When everybody was just like that whole night. It was all over the place.
I think they've ruined that good thing. That night, I don't
think it's ruined.
I think it ruined it all.
I don't think it's ruined. I think it falls in line with the belt.
The title is what it is. Like, if you don't know what it is,
I get it.
You don't know.
I get it. But it got to a point where it's just like, when you just have like an ongoing joke,
and it was just goofy, like with the Melina. I could understand what you're saying.
Like, now this is how my take would have been. Okay, it had its own journey, and then it's getting passed on. But somehow you make it relevant where it actually lands on someone, and you can build something off of it. That's kind of where I was waiting for it. Like, you could have set something up, random fantasy match. I would have probably loved to see if Alundra Blaze, if somehow she could come back for one match, and I would actually love to see her with Becky. I would have actually loved to see that. Just something. Give me something. You know what they gave me? Poop.
But to be fair, as that night was going on, the way the crowd was reacting, even if they would have did that match, it would have never went over. You see how every legend got presented that was not a main legend?
They didn't do anything.
They didn't have no reaction for no type of pops.
They had one Dudley.
How
you get one Dudley? Nah, they should at least
I feel like you ever watch back in the day, like you was watching a Raw or SmackDown and a wrestler from the 70s or 80s came out. Even if you didn't watch them wrestle, you knew who they was. You popped a bit. There was no pops here. No pops for no people other than Austin and of course Hogan and them.
And even then, that was a huge disappointment. That ending was just terrible.
What, the Austin did?
Yeah.
I don't know, besides anyone sitting in this room or people who are listening, but I was expecting. Can I get someone get stunned? At least give me Lillian Garcia. Give me something.
It seemed like that the ending, it came off as like the official, like the series finale. Not the series finale, but just that era finale.
Yeah, and it was weird. It was so.
It was like, these are the guys, they did it, but I think this is like the time where it's really like, it's over, guys.
It was fucking terrible. And it's exactly what I said. And I was kind of like, all right, there's new people taking over the show. Let's see what happens. It was like, no. Vince came in.
Yeah, especially because this is the big show, the reunion.
All right, guys. I'm rewriting the show. Which, by the way, he did on SmackDown this past week.
I heard it was like an hour or two before the show.
Yeah, but SmackDown was good this week.
He literally rewrote the show not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Before we skip, you could tell like the changing of the times. Because fucking Stone Cold, he jobbed to the overrun. Because you remember he thought it was like the old days. He was like, we're going to be on to 11:20. They're like, we got to go, bro.
But there was also one thing that I saw that was happening, and I was like, there's no way they're going to fucking do this.
What?
And that's when I thought they were going to fucking bury the club.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was the same thing like from the...
With the revival, because they didn't... It took a long time for them to get out of that fucking rut. I don't know what the fuck they... I really don't know where that decision came from.
Like the whole DX versus...
The whole... Yeah, it just made no fucking sense at all.
Yeah, Road Dogg and them, they didn't even want to do that.
No. A lot of people, they were like... Even Scott Hall... Sean Waltman, they're like, yo, we don't want to do this. How are you gonna fucking bury these guys?
Especially they got momentum now.
They got momentum. You finally get the club back together, not fully.
Nah, not fully.
3/4.
Well, we could take what we get for right now.
We got one more part coming.
We're still waiting for a certain member to come up. But it was honestly like my eyes completely went wide. I was like, is this really fucking happening?
And then I felt like with that segment too, the rub should have went to the club. Like with the whole thing, because it was like Seth Rollins. So Triple H, they had their little beef. I know they patched up whatever.
But even then, what the fuck was Seth Rollins doing there?
I heard that spot was supposed to be for Ricochet, but
yeah, and he got injured. But still, like
that would
have made a little bit more sense if we have Ricochet up there, and it's like, all right, cool. But
yeah, because seeing Seth Rollins
change the fucking shit. It don't work.
Yeah, because seeing Seth Rollins and Triple H like the same after the Mania match, it came off a little odd.
It was so fucking weird. It's like, oh, we're just gonna plug whatever. Who's available? Seth? All right, cool. Good shit.
Who's available?
They said, who got long hair? Look in the back.
And then the thing too that makes everybody was mad. It's true. Like all the people that was coming down the ring, you can't tell me Anderson, Gallows, and Styles in their prime can't take these dudes. Nash don't even have a hip. One.
He don't have no fucking knees or quads.
Hall can barely walk. So you telling me these guys are scared of like the generation retirement home X?
Yeah, they should have scrapped. They could have scrapped that whole part up.
Or like beat up somebody. Like take somebody out the ring
Yeah.
and just hit them.
Like you could have given him. You telling me that none of them could have taken a cheap shot? Like, come on.
But they could bump for Mania.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
They're like, no. This is y'all giving me Raw money.
they
This isn't WrestleMania.
They let
money.
Shawn take a bump for a fucking Dolph Ziggler. They couldn't let him take a bump for AJ Styles. Like,
Which at the same time, I didn't know where they were going with that.
Yeah, it was just.
It was just like, hey, can you?
I feel like what they're doing, because with the whole announcements and the new jobs, I feel like they're just trying to just get through SummerSlam. And then after SummerSlam, it's like, all right,
yeah,
this is this. I'm like, they're just trying to just get through this pay-per-view. It's like, all right, after this.
It almost seems like they're trying to set up, but also like milking and like, all right, we're just trying to get to October.
Yeah.
When we can really get this brand split. Which
Yeah.
I am super fucking excited for.
yeah, because they already slowly walking away from the
wild
horrible
card?
wild card.
Thank God.
The what?
The wild card.
The what?
The wild card.
That cheap shit that apparently it becomes a thing one weekend and the other one is like what? What is this?
4, 5, 6, the whole roster.
The good shit.
And I can't wait till Survivor Series comes around. They'll be like, Raw SmackDown again for the only time of the year.
Lies.
Nigga, Michael Cole gonna stop himself.
Yo, if Survivor Series rolls around, they use that tagline. I got to do something on this show. I'll probably like eat a hat or something because I know it's coming. Like we really didn't go through that whole 3-month period where everybody was jumping ship. Even speaking with the promotional match, what the fuck was going on with the New Day and AJ Styles booking? Like
That shit changed 3-4 times.
Like I thought it was a 6-man.
I was actually like really
Excited
fucking
for the
excited
6-man.
for this shit. You know? And then it just became tag team. They're like, okay. Then it's gonna become 1-on-1. It's like, yo, which one fucking is it? I got like 4-5 different updates on WWE Network and WWE.com and on
we
Bleacher
didn't
Report
mean it.
and ESPN. It's just like, yo, what the fuck is this? Make up your fucking mind.
Shout out to like the Fresh Prince, like make up your mind. Shout out to Ashley Banks.
Holy
Make up your mind. But that was another thing. I think, like you said, they're just trying to just go get through some like SummerSlam just so they can reset everything.
Yeah, they're clearly trying to get to the full at this point.
Relax.
I wonder if they're gonna do a draft lottery. You think so? Or they should have like them actually picking it like the first like draft lottery was, like the original OG one with Vince and Rick, where they come to the booth and announce.
Yeah,
Heyman and
Yeah,
Bischoff.
rather than like a lottery, they were like, you know what, everybody's up for grabs, and then we just pick from there.
not just like, hey, this is the rosters and we're just gonna trade guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, somehow it's like, oh, but he can't go over there because he's married or he's dating this chick. So we want to keep them together. So we're going to draft them on Raw, but eventually they're going to go to SmackDown. But then she's going to go back to... What are you doing?
Who did that? Who was like the person that kept flipping around this draft? It was somebody.
It was Andrade's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was him.
Aleister Black. But a lot of the stuff really just went completely sideways when Ciampa went down. Because I still don't know. I think he was supposed to be an original call-up.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Gargano, but then, you know, whatever the fuck happened, and then he got injured. Gargano went down. Then the Viking Experience came and showed up.
Ugh.
And they went down. Lars Sullivan was, got a fucking panic attack. So he couldn't come up clutch.
Freak man.
You know, they wasted EC3. Yeah. Honestly, out of that whole thing, they're kind of slowing. They're moving in the War Raiders or the
They put a little respect
What
on
is
their
it?
name.
What are the writer? What are they call themselves?
War Raiders. They put a
No,
little...
they're not the War Raiders anymore.
Viking
Remember,
Raiders?
Vince doesn't like war anymore.
Viking Raiders.
There we see. I'm so used to saying these motherfuckers. I was like, yeah, that's
I
them.
was like,
They probably did that for
you-
Fox.
Oh, you mean War Machine? Yeah.
They're gonna be on the Fox promo.
I'm waiting for Paul Heyman to be like, no, we gotta go back to this. Hey Vince, XFL.
I feel like Paul would know, like, alright, he's dating this person. Alright.
No, I think that's probably the first tag team he's gonna grab up is the
War
Raiders.
I mean Viking Raiders.
Viking Raiders. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I think that's like I could tell that's like a Paul Heyman type of team right there.
Yeah. And Lacey Evans. Again, I'm still high on her.
Yeah, she's a little green, but she's like a good green. Like you could tell, like there's
potential.
Mm-hmm.
I think everything is slowly. She kind of reminds me actually of an early Drew McIntyre.
The chosen one.
Yeah, chosen one.
Type of vibes.
You know, now it's gonna be, hey, can you really come and clutch it the first time?
Yeah, she has a lot of flashy big moves. You know,
Yeah.
obviously she could do it's the small things she has to work on and stuff.
Yeah, but like seeing her as a baby face down at NXT, she was great. And then when she switched over and went to heel, you know, down there as well, and even coming up here, I was just like, she is money.
Nah, she is money.
She is money. She's gonna, you know, she's Miss Lady Liberty. Like, she's that girl. Like, she's legit a true fucking Marine. I will fuck you up. I don't give a shit. Southern Belle, Vince's fucking jizz fucking amazing dream.
Give me a 7.
Oh, give me a 7. Side quick story. I remember there was always a problem with him and Luke Harper.
Yeah, he hated Luke.
I don't know why.
He didn't really
Luke,
get touch on Luke.
I was such big on him, especially down in the indie scenes.
Brody
Lee, like he can fucking move. But then apparently Vince had his very weird, oddly obsession. Like, can you do a southern accent? Can you work on that? It's like, dude, why do you need me to do this? I got a character in mind, and can you do it? He's like, he's like, I don't want to lose my job, so I'll try. And he was just like, oh, you're fucking terrible.
Yeah,
scrap the idea.
And then once that happens with Vince, like once he try to give you an idea and you don't really come through it, he's like, all right,
yeah.
Like home thing with like Emma, try to give it a Emma.
Emelina. You come in as like, I'm no longer Emelina, I am Emma. So you telling me for 8 months that you've been giving me these fucking vignettes and these teases, you're just gonna be like, I'm done. Basically, they gave her the dream thing. Is like,
she made one entrance as Emelina. And
yeah.
And that was that.
The dream
exit as Emelina.
The dream has no recollection of this.
No recollection, but we do.
I don't remember.
Fucking vignettes was everywhere.
Which, by the way, Tenille Dash was just signed with Impact Wrestling.
That's a good. I love Emma.
Yeah.
Or Tenille, but I love her. Like, I like her ring work. Like, she's always one of my favorites. She never really got a fair shake in the WWE land. But
she should flourish out in.
She had her moments, her brief moments.
I think.
And then she wasn't ready for Asuka.
Nobody's ready.
Okay, Leo.
Give it a blow. Nobody's ready for.
I think because they paired her up with Santino when she first, and that didn't really go nowhere.
Honestly, I actually did like that pair. I think anytime with anything with Santino for me, I was always big on.
Because they played it, they're goofy, but they played it like they was retarded. But you gotta play it like they're goofy. They bounced well off each other, but it just was like,
it worked. Yeah, it did. But honestly, like, they were so fucking entertaining, and then they just like, oh, we gotta dump this. Like,
I forgot about the Emma dance.
Yeah.
The early NXT. That's one thing I noticed about NXT. I feel like it comes from Triple H.
Yeah.
Everybody that seems to like come through that pipeline, they always have like something in their entrance.
And it's also just with the coaches down there, like they're very big. They're like, dude, just let's see what sticks. And I think and then one of the things that they also do is even when they do their promos, when they work on entrance, they have a collection of their peers. They have everyone there.
Or like the little showcase.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, show me what you got. I need feedback. And they're like, yeah, you can do this. Dude, just fucking rock with this. This works.
Oh, yeah, they were showing that during, like, the Becky documentary.
Yeah, that's what they do it all the time. And I think that's something that's
really good.
It's a really cool thing.
And it's a lost art. Especially,
yeah.
I don't want to know because I don't know what's going on, like, in the indies around the country, but maybe they're not touching up on promos. But it's always good to, like...
Yeah.
have like a.
Yeah,
Because promos are part of the business. You can work your ass off. You could take insane bumps, but you gotta sell the match. And you gotta draw the money.
Yeah, basically what you were saying with that, like they keep in like a consistent based on the training on just on the small things. Where probably up top main roster, you got you already got your gimmick, whatever Vince draws out for you, and that's it. It's not like they really updating it too much, like
update
or not like making an incentive like you want to try something new, something like that. It's just like whatever's there is there, and you gotta move with it. Where NXT they more open to like a new suggestion. Is this working?
Yeah, they're always willing to like, hey, yo, just change it up. Over there, it's kind of like, no, this is kind of what you're working with. Maybe we can tweak it a little bit, but
even Andrade, because they saw like the babyface wasn't really going anywhere.
No,
fast.
And I was very worried because I was already a huge fan. Him coming in, I already knew who he was.
And he lost the mask for the first time.
Yeah, so that was huge. The guy was still putting on great matches, but just wasn't getting over. It just wasn't connecting, and I'm like, I hope that, he decides like, hey, I just want to leave, or shit is not working. He's getting it cut. I'm like this guy is fucking amazing.
And I feel like his storyline down there is probably one of the best they ever done.
Yeah,
with the lose, and that's what I like about NXT. Like,
and it was also very short with the title run.
Oh yeah, because I feel Vince saw like the 5-star Gargano. Like, who's that? Like, bring him up. Because remember he was in the Royal Rumble the next night. So
yeah.
That was probably one of my favorite stories from NXT when Almas was on that losing streak, found Zayga and found his shit back.
They put a 5-star match in
Long-term booking.
Long-term book. That's shit I like, because I remember one time he lost to like some new jobber, and after the 3 count, he looked around, he was like, whatever, and he went to like the truck full of the beautiful women.
Yeah.
It was like, Andrade, you okay with the law?
Yeah, I don't care. Mama muchachas.
And I think Zayga came like a few weeks later after that. And
she was just like, what are you doing? Like, no. I'm representing you now. Like, okay. It's like, get out the fucking car.
She saw the potential.
They did that too with Gargano. With like the losing was like really taking a whole. I remember that was like the Pete Dunne match where that where it was like the story.
But it was also booked very well because he was also, even with the losing, it was like you put.
He was just like right there.
He was always there. It's like that classic underdog story. Like hey, you're a B+ player.
Nah, that's what I said. And then when he won his championship against Ricochet using the Ciampa move, that was like the story. That's what I said. They know what they're doing down there, and it's like beautiful when you connect them shits together. But,
they got a good core down there.
Shout out to Triple H. Even Shawn Michaels had the NXT hat.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I'm pretty sure Vince was like, "You want to take that off?" Like,
nah. I'm ride or die, black and yellow, motherfucker.
It's a new set now.
I do want to see if down the line they have like a potential invasion with like Shawn and Hunter using NXT boys. It's down the line.
No, but just Survivor Series, man. It's just like, hey, you can throw that in there.
Like I said,
they teased it. Some of the guys really teased it. Last year, but that never happened. And about Undisputed, I hopefully when they do come up, they get brought up together.
And brought up with some respect.
Facts. But also, like, I really, really would love to see them go at it with the club.
Yep.
With
match right there.
A certain wrestler as a 4th member.
I feel like that should be the Mania match.
A certain Prince.
I feel like that should be the Mania match.
Nah. That could be the Survivor Series right there.
No, because isn't Finn like coming back to like Royal Rumble or?
No, he's just taking some time off.
Yeah, just a little.
Okay. He just needs some some TLC.
Yeah, and that's a perfect enough time for Survivor Series right there.
I know Lashley's actually. Side note, Lashley's actually gonna be out till November.
Injury or just time?
Undisclosed injury.
Too much burying. TMB.
Get the shovel.
Hey man.
Bury me.
TM. The funniest shit with the Extreme Rules, Braun Strowman look like the fucking Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah. Braun.
Oh my god. The way he did that shit too, he's like, oh my god, the power slam. Is anybody still moving?
Get these hands.
I do love that Braun Strowman yell. I think he does like Carnage. That shit is just so funny to me, and it's like perfect.
What was that other line that he uses like before he said "get these hands"?
It was like he like always said it.
No, he said it like once or twice, and I was like,
I think I remember. It was something crazy too.
it was something crazy simple. I was like, yo, this shit really went over, and then he was like, yo, come get these hands.
We'll look that up. There'll be some go home show trivia to the lucky fans out there. But now it should be good. How you guys feel about the build to SummerSlam? Some people are calling it SummerScam.
SummerScam.
First of all, I'm still in awe that somehow SummerSlam went from LA to Toronto.
That's like the most SummerSlam-y place.
I was like, what? Like, how did this happen? And you guys didn't put even a press release on this. It's like, oh, it's being changed. You know, we're changing venues. I was like, but didn't you like lock up like some sort of like a 2-3 year deal with?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand that.
Toronto must have thrown that bag.
It was just like
I'll probably throw him a little bone.
You know,
because Toronto never really gets much.
I mean, this is their second time going there.
Yeah, because the
Last
first
time
one was
since
like
the Orton,
full.
Since Orton won the over.
It was one of them.
Cannot be named.
Yeah.
But I think the build's been good. I think the top matches have like some legit, especially after what Lesnar just did to Rollins.
Speaking of matches, I know you see the hometown heroes coming back.
Oh, Trish?
Yeah.
I like it. Especially I like Trish and Charlotte. You know what? I like that when they use Charlotte in that type of like she's up there, but she's not fighting for the titles. Even though it's going to be a bigger than like the two titles, but she's away from there and she's over with Trish, and that's like a dream match.
Well, I remember they wanted to have Asuka and Trish, I believe.
Nah, Sasha Banks wanted that for a long time.
Sasha and Trish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they had the little special moment at the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I remember.
But a couple of years ago, I think Asuka may have been hot. I don't know if it was Asuka or Charlotte. I gotta double check my facts on that. But I do remember that they wanted to have Trish originally come in because that's when they were doing NXT Toronto. Mm-hmm. And she couldn't make it.
The Mickie James slot.
Yeah, because she found out like hey, I'm pregnant. She basically pulled a Maria.
Hey.
And that didn't happen. So, then we got Mickie James, who's right now she's injured. But
perfect timing now.
Yeah. But that's a match that I'm really actually looking forward to.
I am too. Like
I know Daddy Vince is trying to make that card Canadian heavy. He is. I know he's trying to also get Bret Hart
as appearance,
as some sort of appearance. He's like,
did he just come?
I'll let you know.
AEW, right?
That was they was just like, Bret, like, we're gonna let you slide on this one, but we kind
I mean, you see what happened last time at the Hall of Fame, Bret.
First of all, disappointing because he didn't execute.
Who?
It was terrible.
The guy?
No, Bret Hart.
He wasn't excellent that night.
Yeah.
He was not excellent that.
Hold on, no, he got speared.
He got speared, he got tackles, whatever it was.
Well, he ain't do nothing.
But damn well, we all know that would have been me if he would have signed the wrong place on my jacket.
Oh, yeah. The story, long-term booking.
Yeah, long-term booking. Everyone was just like, yo, Chris, do you have anything to do with this? Like, I'm keeping my hands clean.
Chris put in that code events.
I had nothing to do with this. I was at the Garden at the same time it happened. I was not there.
Then Chris was sitting there on the sideline.
Yo,
I was not there.
There's no text.
It's a go.
There's no text messages. There's no paper trail. There's no nothing.
All right, Kevin Nash.
Burner phone.
Like the whole Kevin Nash shit. He was like, "You texted me," and then like Kevin Nash texted himself, right? That was like the whole thing.
Triple H says that you have a match against CM Punk, and it's like, really? Let me see that. He was just like, "Hey, look, I got a text message from my sister Charlene.
LOL.
LOL. Wasn't he the Super Shredder?"
He was like, "I thought he was dead."
You see how simple it is to make up a text message?
LOL. But now, what you about to say, bro?
Oh no, speaking of Canadians, Kevin Owens and
Kevin Austin.
Yeah,
that's my new name for him. You know what the thing is? I would like if they can expand on this stunner, because I know in the Indies and when he was Kevin Steen, He was like a wrestling like a ditto. Like he was pulling out F5s. He was like stealing everybody's finish. I don't know if they will be able to, if they want to bring that, but if they bring that side of him, like finisher stealer as his thing, I would love to see that.
I miss watching some of his matches with PWG.
Yeah, he's been really going lately though.
Amazing.
He's
I know the package power driver is never coming back.
Oh no,
never coming back. But if he could pull, because I remember he was probably one of the first indie wrestlers I really like started paying attention to when I got in there, and I remember seeing him pull off an F5, and that was me, WWE trained type guy. Like you only saw one person do F5, and I was like, "Ooh, the fuck is this?" And then he was doing like frog splashes and moons. So I was like, "Who is this?" Kevin Steen.
Brock him like not on my watch though.
Yeah. But that's the shit though. If he ever to have like a program, like a program with Brock, and he pulls out an F5 on Brock, that shit would be lit.
I could see that happening.
Like if he, like I said, if they make him like wrestling Ditto, I'm down for that. Like nobody really does that on the main roster, so I'm with it. And he still got the pop-up powerbomb in the back pocket. But then
I don't know if he's coming back with that anytime soon. But I actually was big on that.
On the pop-up?
Yeah. Yeah. And even just a super kick as well.
Yeah.
I'm loving Kevin Owens right now. He's back in his bag.
I still need to see a little bit more Sami Zayn.
Oh yeah, he's going against Alistair.
Alistair Black. Alistair.
He's gonna steal the show.
We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, we got a couple of singles matches. AJ, Ricochet. You know.
I kind of want to touch up on something though.
Go ahead, bro.
24/7 title again. I want to bring that back. I'm oddly very interesting to see how this whole thing with Maria having this title.
That's why I kind of liked it. It's something new, and she's pregnant.
But that was the thing.
Chris, there's only one solution for this.
Gene Snitsky.
You gotta bring Snitsky.
It wasn't my fault.
I feel like is she close to being due?
No.
Ways away.
She's months away. I think she's like on her like
first.
I think she's definitely on her second for sure.
Because I was saying if she was close to being due, they can play it off like she has the baby. She's like knocked out in the hospital sleeping.
But my thing was like, are they putting like, was this plan where they're like, hey, we're putting this title on a freeze, or is there something long term into this?
I think that also played in with the storyline with her and Mike too. Yeah, like I got the championship.
Open this door before I kick you in your vagina.
Look, just a few months ago, they was on their way out. Now,
and they got 2 storylines on 2 shows, 205 and Raw.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, I like when everything is connected. Now the 24/7 is interjected into that. I'm happy with it. I wasn't like, I don't know what happened, Chris, but I actually.
I'm like, who's gonna kick the bitch in her stomach?
Too bad Laws isn't around.
Now, my question is, so like, if she like lies down and there's a referee there, does that mean like the baby all of a sudden becomes a champion? Does he or she become the youngest WWE champion? Does this unborn child become the youngest champion and beating Nicholas out? Like, how does this work?
I was thinking the same thing, that they got introduced Nicholas back.
You know, and the crazy thing is that during the whole Raw reunion thing, he was actually backstage.
Oh, he was backstage?
He was backstage. And you know how WWE, they do like their stupid exclusive stuff? So they did a little snip, and I was like, if this fucking happens, I'm gonna fucking mark out. I am gonna mark out. Honestly, a lot of people they were giving WWE a lot of shit
that night after Mania.
Not only that promo, but just that night. Everyone's like, oh, what a fucking waste. I was like, I envy this fucking kid. Like, I wish I was in his position.
True, winning WWE Championship.
I was cheering. I was like, fucking Nicholas, fuck yeah.
And they played into the story too. Like, Martin didn't really need like a tag.
He was just like,
and
it was just like the reason he had to, we had to withdraw because he had school.
That's just so funny.
They could you imagine they would have brought that shit back full circle and be like, hey, I'm back.
Yeah,
summertime, bitches.
I'm back.
They said that
Get the band back together.
He was like, Kurt, we gotta give up the title. He's like, why? He's like, my partner, he's in the 5th grade.
He's in the 5th grade.
Oh man.
I'm still waiting. It's just like, or even just like he's getting like somehow outnumbered, and he's just like Nicholas somehow comes in for a spot.
That'd be dope.
And it's just like, what a fucking pop.
That would be a pop. They have that in their back pocket.
Unless they'd be like, we don't need you.
He's the son of a referee, right? Or like a backstage. Okay.
Oh, he was son of a referee.
Yeah, he's somebody backstage. Like he's the son of I like the SummerSlam bit. I'm excited for the show actually.
Yeah, so
Don't really say that about many shows.
I mean, like I said, this year has been a lot of good pay-per-views.
Because they stepped their game up. The cons in the house.
Look, we'll see how this build-up goes up until next Mania.
Till next Mania.
I will judge this come November.
Oh,
after Survivor
the
Series.
new change.
Yeah, that's how I'll judge. Like, all right, let's see what you guys got.
I get Royal Rumble. You can't expect it right off the box.
I'm gonna start it off around Survivor Series time.
I'll say the football season.
Oh, they really got to come. They got to compete against football and another wrestling company now. So
from September, February type, whatever, right after the Rumble.
It should be good. It's gonna be a very interesting year for Vince and the gang in Titan Towers over there, because they ain't the only.
And then I say February because that's when Vince got to get his football on.
He be like, all right, y'all,
I'm out of here.
XFL, y'all hold down the fort. Just let me know who champion and who y'all wanted to push.
Oh, good shit.
Nigga like, Paul, take the keys.
Yo, imagine Vince having like an XFL meeting. They call him like, yo, Vince, we about to give Ali the strap. What?
I gotta go, guys. I don't know. Figure something out. Whatever crazy rule you guys want to come up with.
Nigga be like, take it easy. I'm out.
He's like, let's implement the wild card rule. You can change team anytime during a game. If you score a certain amount of points, you can swap 3 players.
Yo, Vince would get so walky. Yo, we're gonna bring the 24/7 champ to XFL.
Yeah, it's like somehow it trickles its way down there.
Oh my God, it's gonna change hands at the XFL game. Mark my words, the 24 title
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna change hands at an XFL game. Maybe the halftime show or something like
that. Something like that.
That's gonna change hands.
Perfect circle somehow is like the winner of like, you know how they always give out the game ball in the locker room. It's just like they get the 24/7 championship.
They could do that. They can actually, that'd be perfect. Like they have the 24/7 champion present the game ball.
Like imagine
and have like a roll up.
Imagine like R-Truth had the belt. He's like, all right, you got to give the belt up now. He's like,
yeah.
Damn Truth. Now Truth has been carrying. I don't know. Truth, he needs like a little bonus paycheck.
Him and Maverick, like they done a really fucking amazing.
Maverick's
job.
Wife she's been good.
Banging.
They could have been chicken shit, but they turned it to chicken salad. Probably the best salad on TV right now. On WWE side.
I'll eat her salad on any day.
Shout out to Carmella too.
Yeah, Carmella's been doing her thing. I actually like Carmella. FABOLOUS.
She ain't go to Fireboy.
No, she went the Grave Way.
She spelled it correctly. Fabulous threw in letters, and damn well everybody was just like, yo, this is how you spell fabulous, and they just like, nah,
that's not how you spell.
You don't spell fabulous. There's no O after B. FABOLOUS. Holla back, nigga. Ooh. Holla back, youngin.
Y'all have any predictions for SummerSlam? You think we get a big angle? Or
as far as for what?
No, just
what
like
any swerves you mean? Like,
any swerves you think they got cooking up, or would you like to see? Like the thing what Chris said, like the Becky Lynch. I never thought about that. That would have been pretty cool.
That would have been a really nice.
Because then you have Brock's Aya against like the Man.
Yeah.
What is this woman's name? I heard she's attempting to kind of come back.
Rock?
Fuck, she's married to the Taker now. Michelle McCool.
Oh, Michelle McCool.
I heard and I would love to see her and Charlotte go at it.
You know why she got the itch? She saw Taker coming home with that check.
He's like, ooh.
I mean, but she was seeing them checks.
Yeah,
Taker got like another Saudi check.
He was getting that Saudi check. He was getting that Mania check.
That Saudi check. He came home.
She ain't getting that check though.
She was just like, ooh, we can get another extension on this ranch.
They get another check and they get a vacation, a paid vacation.
Yeah.
Take only.
For like but even minutes. From like the Rumble, she was like,
she was looking real good at the Rumble.
She was looking real good, and she was for me when Charlotte really came up to see, like she reminds me a lot of Michelle McCool.
That head bitch in charge.
Yeah, same mentality, physique wise, the same way that they're able to just maneuver themselves in a ring.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is good shit.
I think she probably see that there's a spotlight more on women's, in the women's division.
But I would definitely love to see her come in for like, nice little short run.
I could see that. Hopefully,
I would definitely love to see that.
hopefully better than the Mickey James run. You know.
Well,
That's another person that already got like a fair shake over there.
Yeah, like her company, and I know she signed a fucking 3-year deal too.
Becky? Oh no, not Becky. Mickey.
Mickey signed like a 3-year deal when she first signed on. I'm assuming this is like year 2. And she's still looking fine as hell.
Nah, I always love Mickey James.
Yeah.
Mickey.
I still never forget that Mania moment in Detroit.
The pin. The kiss of the pin.
What kiss?
Oh, I thought you were talking about with her and Trish.
Yeah, that match, but what kiss you talking about?
I thought that was in
no, Chicago.
LA.
Chicago.
That was in LA?
22.
No.
That was in 21?
No, that was 22.
Yeah, cause that's
that
when
was 22, because that was the triple threat with Randy.
Yeah.
That's when
Mysterio.
Trish was the babyface, but they turned on her.
You don't remember the infamous crotch grab?
A little.
Once they seen that, everybody was like, "Nah."
She went literally full in, and then like held it there for like at least a few seconds.
Yeah, she got in trouble for that too after the match.
She got shit, and then she just went like.
I know Jim Cornette loved it. He wasn't exposing the business.
Of course, Jim loved it.
Jim Cornette. That's my boy.
Even though he'll fucking go off.
Speaking of SummerSlam, you seen the Randy Orton promo package she did?
I liked it. I actually think that Randy Orton and Kofi Kingston match is probably gonna be one of his better.
It's full circle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's long-term booking.
You could tell Randy's real engaged with it. He's like, yeah. You know, you could tell when Randy's really, whatever.
Yeah.
He got something to chew on her. He's like, all right.
Yeah.
And it's 15 years since he first won his strap in Toronto.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
We can't say who he won it from, but
Yeah, but you know.
Ooh.
I'm watching that live. Like,
from Bacon. You know,
they really gonna pull us off?
Best champion ever.
He's held every fucking title imaginable.
You never know that? Bacon.
Yeah. It was good while it lasted.
I remember when Bacon had both like WWE and like Impact strap at the same time. When both of them went down at the, he was
a
double.
man.
It's a promotional top champion.
He was a company's champion.
But I'm trying to think. SummerSlam. Anything else I got? I'm trying to looking forward to. I think the Kevin Owens, Shane McMahon. It'll be good for what it is. I know they got that stipulation. That's not really.
Yeah, how y'all feel about any of the women's matches? Bailey, Ember Moon.
I don't see that. That brings me to that next
That
one.
shit better be
I
at the
don't
fucking pre-show.
How you pick the person challenge and then you just fuck with their momentum all the way before the match even starts. Like, why is Ember Moon taking a pin from like Alexa Bliss? And she's supposed to be.
They just love keeping Alexa Bliss in the title. Her and Charlotte, like it just.
And I don't want to shame anyone, but she got to do something about that gut.
Who? Bliss?
Ember Moon.
Well, I haven't really seen Ember Moon lately.
Yeah, she's I mean, trust me, I love a little thickness. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying.
You want to go against Bailey? You better get in shape.
I'm just saying,
I still love Bailey.
I don't want to shame anybody. I'm not that guy. Everybody knows me. I'm an equal opportunist. But I'm just putting it out there, baby girl. Like, you need to do some
You need to do some eclipses.
Now to the main event, though. TakeOver.
That is the main event.
You know.
That's the main event. Especially at 2 out of 3.
How y'all feeling about the card?
I love it. Top down, top to bottom. And I love it, too, with, like, almost all the Undisputed Era. Somebody is in that group is fighting for a championship and all, like, most of the matches, except for the women's.
dripping in gold.
Okay.
And how they link back up the Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne feud.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say,
that
that might
was
be
lit.
the match of the night?
I think that's going to be the match of the night.
Always.
Because that's also Pete Dunne trying to get some revenge for what he did to him whenever he turned. So.
I mean, we already know NXT, though. We already know how they get down.
But I wasn't thinking of that shit. But it's cool, like, when that shit comes to fruition. I was like, oh, shit.
Paul, like, I got y'all. I don't know what they doing up top, but we got y'all down. We got you down. You know.
I'm a sucker for Pete Dunne. Like, they can have a Pete
Yeah.
Dunne 24/7 stream on the network.
Oh, word?
Speaking of NXT, you know, a little later on in the month, you see in UK with Walt and them. And,
Walter!
You know, Tyler Bate.
Yeah, going up for the strap.
Ooh.
It's getting real interesting,
Oh, at
man.
the new takeover at Cardiff?
Mm-hmm.
Which
that's going to be a big night.
it's going to be a big night for wrestling.
Yep. 3 events.
Yeah.
What's going on?
AEW.
Triple Mania.
Triple A.
That live event in DC for AEW?
No.
Or something else?
Not All Out.
No, All Out is gonna be All Out is gonna be that same day.
And then you got they all three, but they all don't air at the same time though.
No.
Okay, yeah, 'cause I know the UK is usually like in the afternoon because that's like
so
the
that day
nighttime.
you got to clear your schedule. You know, call out whatever, chill in the crib, get a bunch of snacks.
Be like, oh, Saturday coming. I don't need.
You know?
I don't need to do this. Hopefully, I'm not away.
What other matches you looking forward to, bro?
Oh, on that card,
Yeah.
Of course, you know we got part 3 of Cole Gargano.
Oh, the trilogy.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a banger.
Shout out to Street Profit Gang. You know?
That's also gonna be another banger. The Street Profits versus
Yeah, you know
Undisputed
what it
Era.
is.
Yo, if somehow they can get like, I kid you not, some sort of, it's gonna be tough. But if they get some sponsorship by Henny, yo,
Ho might see them. No. You gotta.
it's going. It honestly, like the avenue stream on that is gonna be endless. They're like, hey, we can promote this on your show. We talking about Henny, but at the same time, you know the kind of traction that would come in because of that.
I think. Don't be surprised if Duce snatch it up because
They sell cups. They sell the red cups online with the Street
Solo?
Profit. Yeah, you can
Let's gotta
legit
get
buy that.
money. We about to get that on this table.
Get that paper.
I think that's gonna be my thing. I'll probably bring like the Street Profit cup and just drink out of it. It'll be water though, guys.
I got this
speaking of
purple
merch,
drink in my cup.
I need that OC shirt.
Oh yeah, that shirt is fire.
Woo!
I don't know who designed that. I know
It's
the
good
people
shit.
that has been.
Whoever designed that shirt need to design all shirts from now on.
It's good shit.
I feel like I think they had an input in that design because that doesn't look like a WWE template or like how they like shade their shirts with color
They
wise.
might got a new design. Paul might be like, no. I'll bring my own design.
It's good shit.
I bring my extreme designers.
Good shit.
But nah, that shirt is definitely fire. I'll definitely be copping that. I was about to say, what else we got? I know we got Candice versus EO.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mhm.
Mr. Right.
Oh.
I kind of like it because Candice LeRae finally is like semi out of the Johnny spotlight and shot.
It's more or less like, hey, we're focusing. You're getting your own shit right now.
Yeah, like
She's her own woman and stuff.
She was basically Mrs. Gargano like since she arrived in NXT. Like she really hasn't really done much. So it's pretty cool to see her finally.
And we got your girl Shayna Baszler.
Y'all know me,
Mm-hmm.
Queen of Spades.
And she
my
coming
baby.
up finally, like Baszler.
I think she'll carry that shit to Mania. She's already halfway there. Now.
She's been in the league for a while now.
Matter of fact, she's gonna carry that shit to Survivor Series, and she'll debut after the Royal Rumble. Because then you have Ron.
Oh, you talking
Coming
about? I
back.
see what you doing. I see where you going.
Because Triple H's done that ever since. I've said that before. Once.
Both call ups, men and women.
I also think.
Undisputed Era, and then the 4 Horsemen.
I think speaking about call-ups, I think the third stipulation because it's gonna reach 3. I think it's gonna be a loser leaves NXT match. That Wayne Regal's gonna.
It could be.
And I think Gargano. I think that's gonna be his.
It could be.
His call-up, especially because it's gonna be around the time where they need new faces for the war.
When's Ciampa coming back again?
I heard he's out of the braces and he's walking fine. So.
Yeah, he was being promoted for a match, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
He on some fucking Adrian Peterson type.
Yo, no, for real. I was like, and it was recently. I was like, is this for real? What the fuck is going on here?
That nigga is clown.
As soon as that brace came off, I'm back. Let's go.
I'm sorry, we can't say that.
He was being promoted for a match.
Yo, he really was, and it was. I don't know if it was a fatal 4-way or a tag team match. And I was like, what the fuck?
Before we get out of here, anybody, SummerSlam's coming up. It's probably my favorite, minus Mania.
Nah, SummerSlam's my favorite event too.
Any favorite moments or favorite SummerSlams?
Brock Rock, Dominic, custody ladder match. It's another SummerSlam moment. I want to say something with RVD. I forgot what it was though, but.
For me as a kid, it's always going to be Bret Hart and the Bulldog, Wembley, 92, SummerSlam.
When I went to SummerSlam Barclays, I'll never forget when I was there for the AJ Styles John Cena match.
Oh, the classic.
That was legit like one of the few times where like I thought the fucking roof was gonna explode in that bitch, especially when he hit the super AA and we was like, oh, here we go, and he kicked out. And the motherfucker won. Everybody was. I had like the dude maybe 2 or 3 rows. He had like the whole AJ Styles cosplay get up. And when he got the 3, that nigga went crazy and everybody. So I'll say that was one of my favorite moments going to see SummerSlam that year. That was the Brock and Randy Orton what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
I remember SummerSlam 2000, on The Rock, Triple H and Angle triple threat match.
That's a good one too. That's a really good triple threat.
And I think that was in the middle of the angle of Stephanie.
She was flipping flopping between.
Yeah.
They call it Stephanie.
And then also
TLC.
There was also a TLC match that night. Also, with the game.
Wasn't that the first one?
Mm-hmm.
That was the first TLC.
Yeah. So and then
ooh, that bump I always cringe when I see it. The Matt Hardy bump when he goes backwards into the tables. I don't know how you could take that shit. As a person, I hate heights.
No, I remember he actually got staples in the back of his head.
That bump was so gnarly.
It was for that power bomb. But one thing I definitely want to touch up on, we got some more G1 Classic
the
Climax action this weekend. We got Block 8 going in on Saturday. Highlight of that one, for me, is going to be Tanahashi and Kota Ibushi.
Ooh.
Another one we got going, Sonata and Okada. We got Sunday Be Black. But to be honest, the way it's looking, they're setting up Okada and Moxley. Right now, they're winning their individual blocks. Will Ospreay killing it.
How was the Zack Sabre and Ospreay match?
It was fantastic. It was phenomenal.
Has he been your MVP of the?
He has been, even though he's not anywhere even winning his block at all. He's literally only won 2 matches and lost 4. But every match that he's had has always been like, oh, man, Will Ospreay, man. He almost got that one. So the build-up to that has been fucking...
Oh, like a little Gargano-ish.
Yeah, it's been really fucking good. Ishii and Jeff Cobb. That was a great match. That was actually from a nice little setup that they had in the Ring of Honor show, Manhattan Madness. They set that up there pretty fucking lovely.
Yeah, don't forget they still got the relationship.
They still got
people forget because after like the whole Elite left, they was like,
who? It's just kind of one of the things that with the Bullet Club right now, like it's kind of fading because you've had all those marks who are like, yeah, I'm Bullet Club for life. It's like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck are you talking about? Like you don't ride or die, and all of a sudden like, oh, the Young Bucks left, Kenny left. I guess I can't wear my Bullet Club shirt anymore.
I still wear mine.
So fuck that.
Lames.
Facts.
Speaking of,
every time I wear my shirt though, people think I'm trying to shoot shit up. That's the funniest shirt though, wearing a Bullet Club shirt like in public.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Cause you walk around with a whole Bullet Club. Like, are you NRA member? Like, nah, I just like wrestling.
Speaking of the guys, they announced AEW will be coming this for October the 2nd.
October 2nd. Preparing.
I think they announced that they're gonna do the first women's championship match. I don't know who's gonna be facing, probably Brandy or something like that.
We don't know yet.
Don't know, but
that's good to check out. Before we dip out of here, guys, want to pay my respects to Harley Race. He passed away yesterday. One of the greats.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. 8-time NWA champ.
I think that's too. Also, like when the legends go, you kind of feel a little bit.
Well, we also have Piper's anniversary the day before as well. 31st.
Because even when Mick Foley was on the Raw Reunion, I was in my head. I was like, yo, Dave Mick Foley go, I'm gonna be a wreck. That's probably like one of my favorites in like wrestlers. So
a lot of our favorites are going.
I'm very curious to see. It's gonna happen, but I'm always curious to see what happens when the Undertaker goes. Like officially,
the dead man is dead.
The dead man is actually dead. It's just like, what tribute are you gonna have?
As the carny as the Undertaker is, I feel like they'll use. He'll give permission to use his death to like finally write him off.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want a Hall of Fame. So this is how I'm gonna die.
Like when he goes,
but you can't bring Paul Bearer in. He's dead. Yeah. Unless you bring one of his his little fat son.
You got a son?
He got 2. They all big boys too.
Unless they keep it kayfabe, I mean, bring Kane, and Kane is like the last of the family.
Really true.
He's still standing.
Hey, Kane coming on a walker.
Or Kane would be like, oh my God, he really burned his brother this time.
Yeah, Kane would have walked it like, oh my God, it's Kane.
That's gotta be Kane.
Well, you think you're funny because he's walking with a cane. You think you're funny.
Oh, you didn't catch that? I was like, I'm not even gonna entertain it.
No, Also, cool guys. This is episode 10, right?
No, episode 9.
This is 9, my guy.
I'm trying to reach episode 10. That's next week.
You
10.
reaching.
That milestone is next week.
You is reaching.
I keep wanting to post episode 10.
We ain't canceled, motherfuckers, yet.
Episode 9. Thank you guys for checking with us. The Go Home Show. Enjoy SummerSlam. Enjoy TakeOver.
Yeah, we'll give you our reviews.
And I'm going home.
We out.
I'm actually going to a party.
We out.
Catch y'all later.